Going live on both platforms. Alright, good morning, everybody. It looks like things are not as hunky-dory as I thought they would be. There seems to be a lot of weird stuff going on with Duet Night Abyss discourse right now. And yeah, hello and welcome, Fredled. It's nice to see you here, especially so early. Yeah, hope you're enjoying the thumbnail. Who Doomposted? Oh my gosh, you would not believe it. Give me a second. What's the volume of the game? I'll turn down the music a little, down to like a 0.01 right now. So, let me get like some background music from my playlist for the stream, like I usually do. So go ahead and shuffle, get like the PGR stuff. All right, so I started saying this on my video comments when I first uploaded it. You're here to touch? Yeah! Fam, I'm about to call Maki about to bang the living shit out of them. Yeah. Hello. It's too pussy for like dumb as pussy. Yeah. Super live DNA. Yeah. Yeah, dude. So, literally, in this freaking comment section of the video. By the way, banger video that I put out. It was so worth it. Let me actually see how well it's doing right now, real quick. Because it is absolutely farming. Oh, yeah. Yup, it's climbing even higher. Let's go. We do a little speedrun? We do a little speedrun. Yeah. I really hate that devs made the grind easier, but why not make it even easier? SMH silly devs. Also, why give us 8 piece in 1.1? Why not now? Well, the main issue is that they didn't really have, like, the technology to just, like, give Gmon or with, like, specific traits in the game yet. They had to create that function. And when it comes to a game update, it is so much, or it's so much more difficult to, like, put out a content update just, like, pushing it straight in there. Because there's so many things you have to test and make sure that don't break. And beyond that, it's also just gonna be weighty. So, oftentimes, this is the reason why you see most of the time, like, major things get pushed to a major patch, or even not even like a major thing, but like something that requires some extra things to be set up. Okay, 2 viruses on screen. Yeah. Don't worry, this handsome fellow will be getting out of here soon enough. Okay. You're going to peace. I'm going to Reddit to complain. Yeah. L livestream TVH. Okay, Diabolic. We're gonna get to you in a second. All right. I recognize you from this freaking comment. They didn't add anything to attract new players. Bro. Okay. We're going to, but before I, like, talk about what you're posting here in my live stream chat, let's just give everybody your backstory. Okay, so you've been, like, posting a whole bunch of shit in my comments, like, pretty consistently. Okay, and, like, as we can see, you are absolutely buried. Which means that you've received more dislikes than you have likes. Okay, but you said this update has failed me and all my hope for this game. They didn't change anything that was broken or bad in 1.1. Completely skipped over any QOL. Alright, so because I am a charitable person, okay, I'm going to give you a quick reminder, you know, because, like, I presume you watched the live stream, and you also watched the summary, because you commented on the video, so I'm assuming you watched the video that you commented on. So, let's just go over the changes and quality of life improvements that they made to the game. Okay? That go over some issues that were in 1.1. Okay? So, just completely glancing over all the, like, new stuff that got added, all the new events that are going to help us out, okay? We're getting a drop reward boost event for the Demon Wedges, which is going to significantly help people with their grind for these, which has been a point of contention. So here we go, QOL event right here. Alright. Moving on from that, we're also getting significantly more Twilight Treads from events. They have multiplied the amount we're getting from events by, like, I think 4 times. Okay. But moving on a bit further, they give us full freaking, like, headway for not just the next character that's going to be moving into the Secret Letter Shop, but also the character after that in the update. Okay? And if we keep going, okay, this is something for spenders, but it is also really nice for the spenders. Alright. Deft and at peace in the fishing shop, which has been so, like, thoroughly requested as something for that, like, do you know the amount of people that I've been, like, talking to and interacting that have been asking for this exact thing to be implemented? It's a lot. Okay? Beyond that, Chase, QOL. They added a new drop that you get guaranteed from Chase that allows you to select any of the Typhon's Primes that you want. Another QOL buff being added. And beyond that, all the mobile optimizations. Everything here. They hired a whole team specifically for mobile. And beyond that, they also completely overhauled the co-op experience, significantly improving on the lag. They also buffed the Battle Pass, which they were on that really quick to put that news out there. Okay, they also added some improvements to Chase, allowing people to stay as a team much more consistently. And, let's see, I think that's about, like, all of the important stuff. Alright. So, I don't know, this kind of seems like more than just a little bit of, or not, I kind of feel like it's more than literally no changes to anything that was broken or bad in 1.1 and no QL. Like, I kind of feel like we got a little bit of some good changes of things that were hella broken and hella bad for a lot of players, and at least a tiny itty bitty bit of QOL. Like, maybe just a smidgen. Yeah. She can play with my rubber ducky? Yeah. Okay. So, that is why I commented onto you saying, tell me you didn't watch the live stream without telling me you didn't watch the live stream. Okay, but I already know you have reading comprehension issues, because up here again, this guy posted a comment, so only one new wedge will be added in 1.1, and, like, fair comment. Like, I didn't mention anything specifically in the video because, I mean, there was, I was trying to get it, like, as brief as possible. But I went ahead and confirmed there will be more. We saw a preview of new icons in the Demon Wedge event. And if I scroll over to there, we can see this Demon Wedge, while this icon is in the game, this color is not. So this is a new Demon Wedge that we'll be getting. Not only that, we're also getting this brand new Demon Wedge, which we have never seen before. So that's at least 2, with likely more to come. But you decide to completely ignore that comment right there, and Doompost further saying only one is crazy. I played Wu 1.0, start was terrible, look at the game now. Exactly. Like, and when it comes to, like, Wuthering Waves 1.0, outside of, like, stability issues and stuff, 1.1 didn't really do all that much to, like, drastically adjust the experience of the game. And that is, like, entirely makes sense, because a 1.1 update happening, like, 1 to 2 months before the launch of the game, that update is already, like, pretty much completely finalized, and the best that they'd probably be able to do is like some extra, like, minor adjustments. Maybe to like some difficulty tuning or some stuff that they were already planning on putting out. Yeah. People be complaining about Demon Wedge farm, but also there's not enough Demon Wedges. Yeah. True. Okay, so I hope I explained everything perfectly, Diabolic 9785. Alright. It's a lot of people act like it's easy to code, like where's it get well, not even that it's like difficult, but like this stuff just takes time. I mean, if I go further, let's see, I'm sorted by, alright, let me sort by new, because there's a lot of these. Okay. Alright, people asking about balance. So, this guy right here, like, weapon and character balancing right here. I'm going to just, like, ask a quick question. What game out there that, like, what game is out there without, like, it being, I don't know, a just single focus, I don't know, hero shooter or something, that is able to put out good balance patches within like 1 to 2 months of release, while still making everything else? Because 1 to 2 months of release, they're basically only going to be able to do like minor adjustments, minor tuning. And a lot of these characters in this game need a lot more than just some minor tuning. Okay? So even though that there are some very clear outliers in the game that definitely need some buffs and some rebalances, you also have to consider the fact that maybe it's more than just their numbers. Maybe their kit is just kind of jank and doesn't really work with the current setup of the game currently. Did I just say current setup of the game currently? Man. So, for instance, like a tank character. It makes sense that a tank character would not be doing as much damage as a damage-focused character because they are given a lot more survivability and stuff like taunts. Okay, and that factors into their design budget. So if you had a tank character that deals as much damage as the DPS character, then why would you ever play the DPS character? Because the tank character can deal as much damage and is even easier to play. Okay? But the main issue with Duet and Abyss is currently the content in the game is not difficult enough to warrant including a tank. And the enemies are not threatening enough to warrant including a tank. That is an issue with the enemy design and the gameplay structure compared to the kit. And that requires a lot more thought to be put into it, aside from just making Sybil deal as much damage as, I don't know, Lyn. And that's not something that's going to be able to occur in like 2 months. And also when it comes to weapon balancing, that is another thing that will like matter a lot, because right now weapons will feel really, really bad on characters like, I don't know, Lyn or Lady Nightfall, because they're ability focused units. But on Outsider, there are some weapons that can make him extremely strong. I mean, I've already shown off the Mamichi Itaki. I've shown off Vernal Jade Halberd. This one's going to be even stronger than the Mamichi Itaki. So if they just like blanket buff all of the weapons without like any forethought of anything else, so that the weapons feel useful on, I don't know, Margie. What happens if a weapon focused unit like Outsider or the upcoming Kecho all of a sudden just becomes like the most broken character in the entire game because of that? There's, and like, that's just on the planning phase. Not only do they have to do all of the planning and then figure out exactly what they're going to do and how they're going to implement it, and then they have to go through the work of actually implementing everything. So they probably have the feedback, but they're in this phase right here, and the more like big and complex the changes are, which character buffs and rebalances are really complex, the longer this is going to take. And that's why I was not expecting anything like that coming in 1.1. For me, I just want the farming to be more interactive, not needing to go AFK every commission. That's what I mean by QL. More drops is nice, though. Well, that's different than QOL. Okay, that is a very stark difference compared to QOL. QOL is like, I don't know. Let's see. A QOL feature is like the day planner. When you click like claim 1 on everything, it claims everything. So you don't have to click like 40, 80, 120, 160, 200. That's QOL right there. QOL is having a guaranteed drop from something rather than just being completely reliant on RNG. Okay, what you are asking for are gameplay additions and rebalances, which are going to be more complex, and they did announce that they are working on new tile sets as well as new commissions for the Huaxu region, which won't be releasing in 1.1, but will likely release very soon after in 1.2 when it's all ready. Like, rotating commissions helps me as QL. I mean, I wouldn't really say it's QL. That's game design. I mean, a QL addition, to me, is something that doesn't really affect the gameplay much, but either, like, optimizes something or improves how it works to improve the quality of life of a player. So, QL is something like a sell-all feature. Or, like, a quick sort. Or being able to go to the forge, click on an item, and see, oh, here's the source. Or being able to click on an item and see, like, oh, I can click this right here, and it takes me exactly where I need to go. That's QOL. Talent is useless against bosses, though, right? Yep. Well, I'm not sure. They might adjust that with, like, the co-op bosses that we're getting. I can definitely see that happening. The only complaint I have about the stream is not mentioning weapons feeling weak and characters like Veronica feeling weak despite being a DPS. Yep. They definitely could have mentioned it, but I imagine that those changes are going to take a lot more time to implement than maybe the release cadence of a 1.2 even would allow. QL equals depth and at peace. Yep. QL is not having to evacuate, removing elevators and maps, etc. Well, the evacuation, that's part of the game mode itself, and it's part of, like, the time allotted for it. So if you didn't have to evacuate in mediation or escort, these would be like 10-second commissions, which these are already extremely fast. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's that bad, especially if you are able to traverse around the map quickly, which you are able to traverse around the map quickly. Every single character has access to a movement option called Piercing Ascent, or another movement option called, what's it called? In Full Bloom. Which is able to allow them to traverse through the map extremely quickly. I think they need to make weapon passes way more targeted towards providing a powerful damage buff when used to the exact role they're intended for. I'm not entirely sure I follow. Like, what your intent is right there. Did anyone translate the cost of at peace in the fishing shop? I don't think so. They also may have a lot of these QL things people are asking for, but they aren't going to include all of them in the preview stream. Well, it's also just that there's only so much that they can test and implement in a single update. Especially when it's 2 months after release, and they're also still working on the content. They're working on the next update as well. And they still have to factor in game balance. Core gameplay loop being fairly boring and most characters being useless should be all hands on deck. Fix ASAP status. Well, it really just depends on like how much you interact with it. Because, yeah, if you are a player like me, who is absolutely grinding the fuck out of the game and has way too many hours, yeah, it's probably gonna be a little bit boring, because we have gone through so much of the content, and it's at the state of the game where it's going to have the least amount available. Because this is a game that's really only going to grow over time, and like essentially there's going to be no reductions in what we're interacting with or the characters that we're able to obtain. But I don't think that the character balance is that bad that it has to be an all hands on deck situation, because if we're talking about characters that are like bad in the game, I mean, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, like it's like 7 currently in the game that just don't really have a spot right now. And I mean, like, even if we say Daphne's just for early game, like, that brings it down to 6. That's the appeal of this game. Yeah, it is the appeal, but we also have so many other characters in this game that are useful and that can be played. I mean, if you are Morph and you only like Sybil, Randy, and Hellfire, yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna suck a little bit for you. But most people, and like most of the players, are picking characters like Lynn, Lady Nightfall, Lisbel, and Psyche, and having a great time. Like, granted, I would absolutely love, do not get me wrong, I would absolutely love if Randy and Daphne and Sybil were all amazing characters in the game. But I also have to be realistic here and like say that there's other things that are probably a bit more important. Like, I personally would much rather have more commissions than I would rather have like character buffs. Yeah. Are they even that bad with high investment? Not even like that bad either. Like, are they gonna reach the same heights? Are they gonna be meta? No, but are they like completely unusable? Also no. They need to nerf Daffy? Yeah. Weapon balance and couple characters at most needs a balance? Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna deny the fact that balancing or rebalancing the stuff will benefit the game, and is something that should happen, but I'm also not going to put it at like this high of a priority, especially this early on, because I know how long stuff like that can take. But you have seen a busted Katana Outsider build though? Oh yeah. And there's also a busted Polearm Outsider build. I mean, I could show it right now. By the way, this Polearm is going to be farmable in the shop in a month and a half. So, excuse me. So definitely stay tuned for that when it becomes available. But yeah, let me just put like Dog Boy on. Where's... Oh yeah, that's right. My Gene one's gonna be all the way at the bottom. Now, being able to favorite a Genimon, that would be a nice QOL feature. Gold plus 10 off-meta characters are still fairly bad. Well, fairly bad compared to the most meta options, but they're still able to clear. Like, so long... I mean, outside of, like, Immersive Theater when they're off-element. Yeah, I don't think they'd probably be able to clear Immersive Theater off-element. But they're still able to clear the commissions. Is it going to take a while? Or is it going to take... Maybe not a while, but is it going to take longer? Probably, but is it going to be, like... I'm taking 10 times as long? No. It's not going to be like that. Yeah. Try to explain what I mean a bit back up the chat. I meant I'm a bit long-winded. Alright, let's see. Einzig. Let me try to keep up with you. I will apologize that chat is very active today, so I probably won't see every single message. Blanket weapon step-ups being a problem when you look at weapon platforms like Outsider need to be solved by every DPS-focused melee weapon having a very specific damage buff that's only likely intended to work on the intended character. I wouldn't really like that. I really dislike character, like, super hyper-specific buffs in this game. In games in general, like, it's a joke for me to say you get a 2% damage increase while burping your ABCs backwards on your birthday. Like, the last thing I want is just some, like, hyper niche thing that can only be used on one character. Because at that point, it's like literally just, why not just include it in their kit at that point? Because if it's only going to be used on this character, then, you know, it's just boring. I mean, even some of the minor things in this game that are like element locked, like granted, I do understand that it is going to be a bit more towards like balancing it out. Because it can allow you to put on some stronger effects. But it, like, limiting the options doesn't feel great. Yeah. Morph got to Act 18 with Sybil in theater? Okay. Patch, they didn't even add Leopard Thong, Knife Blade, and Furry Butt Plug. Hellfire game is dead. Truth Nuke, Skull CJ. Oh my gosh. Dude, shouldn't you be sleeping right now? Like, how long have you stayed up for? I thought you'd be in bed catching some Z's. I feel like this game should have released on consoles. I mean, Warframe is already there and it's brought so much fans. Oh yeah, like, a console release would definitely help this game a lot, don't get me wrong. But that is also just more resources that they're going to need to dedicate. Especially when they're still patching up stuff regarding, like, the PC and especially the mobile front. Which are the two much more important things that they need to get down before a console. Like, it does suck to say in big 2025, but mobile is sadly more important to prioritize compared to console. Yeah, you've been up 22 hours. You're half retired right now. Don't mind me. Ah, no, it's chill, it's chill. Yeah. But I'm gonna give you all the pole arm outsider, pole dancer outsider, real quick. It's gonna be good. Alright. And this is with a Smelt Zero version of this weapon, so it's got fewer advantages than something like maybe GE Tech you would have. Oh, hold on a second. I forgot to swap my Doom Wedge setup. I don't have the right one on. Forgive my incompetence. Alright. Here we go. This is my damage, the only one. Alright, this guy is a monster. Can the player... Let's see... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is completely a normal attack build, by the way. Like, no charge attack craziness, or big multipliers either. Oh, really? You're gonna do your whole deal right before... Alright. Well, get on your knees. Oh, you do... Okay. So, this is without a boss break as well. So, no boss break. Okay, one at the very end, but it was gone. So, Smelt Zero, no boss break, and it's 36 seconds. It goes down to like 20-something with boss break. Is it gonna deal as much damage as a katana? No. But you're also getting, like, this giant F-off, like, attack range. And for some reason, my ult casted without actually casting. So, alright. But, like, with the boss break, it is gonna be even faster. Because of that big multiplier. Which is something that I often leverage with my katana builds. Yeah. 25 seconds, and that's with, like, the ult bug, so that took another, like, 2 seconds off that. Let's see, my quick rant. I hate that the top tier character's kit just boils down to press ult and then hold left click. Rhythm is one of the characters that actually has mechanics. It's definitely a bit more involved than that when it comes to Lin, because you have to manage your stacks, you have to manage your positioning, because that's also going to be really important, because you can't move outside of your, like, E-casts. And if you are also doing stuff like with the Huaxu Ratchet and you're bossing, like, this is another thing you have to manage. It is more involved than just, like, press Q, hold left click. Let's see. The close the theater elements? Not yet, no. Animo. You heard Animo Hydro? Well, until we get official information, I wouldn't, like, plan on anything. Problem is with normal attack builds right now is the game constantly fails inputting a charge attack whenever I hold the mouse button down. Why would it... Why would a charge attack matter in a normal attack build? If you're just spamming normals, you're not doing charge attacks. Can the player count on... or can see the player count on Steam, so if they fail to launch, Steam's gonna eat them up like another Warframe mimic. Oh, yeah. But I don't imagine that the player count's gonna be like astronomically low. Hello, I know I'm late. What's coming 1.1? Are we gonna get any free skins? Yes, we will get a free skin. Any improvements to character expressions? They did announce that they did a bunch of like model improvements for the upcoming characters. I don't know if they're announced or going to say anything about like the current characters of the game, but it may be a bit longer for them to run back on them. Hi, level 64, can you show us what else you need for 65? Well, currently I'm working on getting all of the weapon smelts from the shop, as well as all the character introns, as well as first copy of every demon wedge, and I'm also working on sending my Genome as well. I like the stance demon wedges make melee weapons good, but it's kind of sad you need a good one every type of weapon for every type of attack. Yeah. I would definitely much prefer it if the stance wedges just gave you a different attack chain that had its own variants, just to like change it up, and they could deal more damage by having more range, more attack speed, or more hits. But the fact that it just straight up doubles the damage as well, I'm not sure if I really like that. You want to use whip swords? Yeah. Can't wait for the Helix MTX. The Helix leaps. Game thinks I input a charge attack by mistake when you're only spam clicking. Oh, okay. That might be an issue with your mouse. You might want to get that fixed in your settings, just in case. I just watched the latest video. You gonna start fishing? Yeah. All right. Let's see here. All right. But yeah, that's right. I've still got more comments to look through as well. Now I did address like the character balancing and stuff, and got a little bit sidetracked as well. But we've got like some real like. We got a weird take here, being like, releasing any unit before Ji Liu is a scam. Just like, period. Straight up. And I'm gonna be honest, I read through the rest of it, and it is not really put together very well, but just because it's the first character that we see does not mean it's gotta be the first character that also gets released. Yeah. Yeah, I did post a video on 1.1. Hope you enjoy it. But we also get like some other ones, like nothing for the awful conversion of commission manuals. So that is another thing that's just like hit me in the head, just being, this is intentional game design right here. The commission manual change, it's what we call a trade-off. Okay, so you have to choose between the really good reward percent or taking less time. Okay? So you have to choose between time or percent efficiency. This is like Basically, every single game ever does this. Because if there is no trade-off like this, it's literally just like, oh, well, I got my daily green manuals. Time to turn them into blues and turn them into purples. And it's just like, what's even the point of it then? Like, there's a reason why we get the blues and purples from, like, events and purchases and not the greens. And we only get the greens from the dailies. Because the greens are supposed to be, like, the extra free bonus option that we get. Well, everything else is meant to be a special bonus that you'll be able to leverage a bit better. But you can still get it. It's just going to cost you. Yeah. Are there more people doom posting than being hype? I'm pretty sure there's more people being hype. It's just like the amount that I saw was absolutely like crazy for how early it was. It might just be that like the loud people are being loud. But, like, we also got this guy right here. That's it. No improvements to endgame. No changes to stupid bosses and their immunity phases. Farming stages will stay super boring. No character balance. No weapon buffs. What's the point of new demon wedges for dual blades if I never use them? Holy shit. Okay. Again. Like, this right here. As much as I would love to say it's, you know, it just, like, completely, like, disregard everything is that these are things that I agree with, okay, that should be implemented. But what I disagree with is the expectation that all of these, which are going to be significantly more complex changes, than would have been able to push out in a 1.1 release. And just expecting them this early in the game. It's completely fair to want these things, just not this early. It's like we've got pizza changes and we've got lasagna changes, okay? This is lasagna, okay? A lasagna is never gonna cook as fast as a pizza. I want these changes now, yeah. It's like, CC posted new content from DNA, time to be regarded, yeah. People not playing games have the time to post negative messages, pretty much, yeah. I hope they fix unsellable fish. Yep. That is an issue that is in their known issues, and I imagine it's being worked on and will probably be pushed out as soon as they can. Yeah. No, endgame still got plus 5 purple wedges, 2 level 5 smelts, 3 H-Rod, 6 characters, and TR56. Yeah. Literally. I mean, even me as a player who has been putting an unreasonable amount of hours in this game, if we're all being completely honest, I still have so much I gotta do. And, you know, in fact, I probably should be doing like, I don't know, a defense or something. Just getting even more progress because I can. Yeah. We know we have to wait at least 2 months for any of that stuff. And they didn't mention. Well, you also have to, like, realize that mentioning a change is part of the marketing of the update. Okay? And if they announce, like, a change, and it's in, I don't know, stage 1 of, like, 10 of development, and they don't know if they're going to be able to release it, like, in 1 month, or 2 months, or 3 months, or 4 months, that could be dangerous to say. Because if they announce it's being worked on, and it's not releasing, like, the next update, then you're going to get a lot of people at the next update being like, wait, where is this? You said it's being worked on. And then he's just like, it's taking more time. Well, why would you tell us about it if it's not coming out? That you're going to be running into so many situations like that. People just remember that we are in the second month of the game. Month, not year. Yeah. They didn't even have time to collect all the feedback, even less for processing it and choosing what to do. That is another thing. Like, Wuthering Waves 1.1, while it was a good update, it did not, like, completely overhaul the game state. It took them until 2.0 to, like, make a proper overhaul and expansions to the game, which was 6 months after release. And that's probably the kind of time frame that we are going to be looking at for a lot of these things. I mean, the fact that we are getting, like, more new commissions already, like, very likely the 1.2 update along with the new tilesets is really promising. Like, Duviri and Warframe was announced years before release. Hold on. There's probably a message that I'm not seeing. People not playing game... Oh, wait. Okay, I guess that wasn't something. Alright. Yeah. I'm worried about Steam release, because if it's a bad launch, like an unpolished system, people will drop the game extremely fast, because I'm 100% certain it's unpolished right now. Yeah, it's unpolished right now, but we're also going to be getting the 1.1 update as well. And while 1.0 definitely would not have been a good release on Steam, I feel like 1.1, because they fixed co-op, they made all of those system improvements to the game, the people who are, like, hopping on the Steam release are going to have the entirety of 1.0 and the entirety of 1.1. I mean, even the dedicated grinders like me would probably only reach, like, the point where I'm at right now, probably, like, 1.5 months in, and at that point, the next update's already coming out. Yeah. No, sub message? Ah, okay. Warframe announced some content drop years too early and then set too high expectations. Exactly. Yep. Goes with the argument. Should we consider 1.0 open beta? I mean, they do, like, announce games launches like this in China as open betas, so yeah. We could probably just consider it similar to an open beta. Going off topic, but are you guys excited for Arctic Knights Infield? Definitely looks interesting. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pick it up though. Yeah. FWIW. I saw you went over my comment earlier, but glossed over 90% of what I said. Well, because that was... I was going over the things that were important right there, like the weapon and character balancing, which was the kind of point that I was going over because I saw this one first. But, I mean, if you want me to go over the entirety of it, not much of the real concerns outside of mobile systems seem to be getting addressed. Also, while events feel fairly empty because it's just gacha-style events, stripped of gacha premium currency rewards, though we are still getting a lot of really good rewards. I kind of feel like you're, like, downplaying the level of rewards that we're getting from the events because we're getting significantly more Twilight Treads, and if the rewards are also looking even better than the event that we have currently, which is pretty darn rewarding on the Secret Letter Clue front. And we're also getting the free weapon smelt, free demon wedge smelt, extra cosmetics. Let's see, what else? Big bumps to our base rewards. Or, not base rewards, base, what's it called? Resources. Alright, the double drop demon wedge, or however, like, high of a drop percentage increase, is really massive. Read the lessons. Well, yeah, I know you're not saying that all these things have to be fixed or changed in 1.1, but at least address them. But that's another thing that I addressed earlier when it came to these things, is like, if they address them, that's going to set the expectation that it's being worked on and will probably be released soon. Okay, and it's probably, like, all these things probably don't have, like, a direct path to release right now. Because when it came to stuff like weapon balancing, character balancing, die system, enemy pathfinding, stuff like elevators and commissions, all that is stuff that they figured out in 1.0 during the launch period. Okay, which means they have to go through all the time to collect all that data, which they were doing through surveys and also probably searching through online sentiment. Then they have to figure out, okay, this is an actual, like, important thing that needs to be changed. This is, like, some BS crap from somebody who has nothing, who doesn't know what they're talking about. This would literally kill the game right here. So, like, we take this, we throw away the other stuff, okay, and now we have to make a plan for this, like, okay, how is this going to look in-game? So players have a problem with the dying system, alright? How would we change this in a way that, like, doesn't ruin stuff, or how do we, like, balance it out so, like, maybe if it's really good, right, or it, like, what the price is going to be, or all that stuff. And then they have to go through implementing it, and then they have to test it, and then they have to finally release it. So when they would make an announcement, it's probably while they're in the testing phase. So, like, in the very next release, or the one right after that. So when it came to something like the commissions that got announced for it, like the new commissions and tile sets that got announced, that's something that was likely already being, like, in production, and it's something that they know is going to be releasing real soon, and therefore can safely make that announcement in the 1.1 livestream. Yeah. Did they mention any secret letter purchasable new characters? Not new characters, but they did announce, like, the ones that are going to be rotating into the shop. Yeah. So, I hope that addresses everything. Fun fact, Warframe is still in beta? Yeah. Lol. NFL is disappointing because I want to play... If I wanted to play Genshin, I wouldn't have quit 5 years ago. Oh, damn. Golly. I hope it's not that bad. I've never played any games like DNA. Your videos are very helpful. Keep up the good work, man. No problem. I'm glad that you are enjoying them. It didn't seem to increase in drop chances, but the more Permander that drops the Demon Witches itself... No, they literally said, like, a reward percent increase that stacks with the commission manuals, and there will be more Permanders. So, it's both. Let's see. Learned a long time ago that games usually take at least a year to find themselves, and with game development being so expensive, we've seen more and more games come out before it's fully fleshed out. Yeah, I will not deny the fact that Duet and Abyss launched a bit undercooked, but I also understand the fact that for business reasons, which are important to game development, it really couldn't have released any sooner, because then it's going to be, like, buried by all the heavy hitters. You've got Enfield, you've got 3.0 of Withering Waves, and you've got other, like, mysteries like Ananta and Neverness to Everness, which could entirely mess things up if they haven't already set themselves up. Do we know what happens with the gacha banners when they leave? One of the bullet points. I'm pretty sure it stated that they were going to be entered in the standard banner. Like, I heard somebody tell me that. I don't know if it's, like, they pulled that from official info. Yeah. Yeah, maybe for others, but I'm a big Arknights OG fan, and the huge shift in the series to be nothing about strategic tower defense and include more gacha limits with weapon banners put me off forever. They announced the daily thoughts as well. I'm not sure how much the monthly sub will be, though. I imagine it won't be, like, too expensive. I could definitely see it being, like, another $5 deal, or even cheaper than that. But $5 would probably be around the price point that they'd ask for. Especially because it's meant to be, like, a proper discount for it, and you do have to log in for it. If it's, like, $10, I kind of feel like that'd be way too much, because you're only getting, like, the instant 10. $5 would be good for the instant 10, because, you know, then you're getting the ones later. And that'd be enough to get you another Intron with all the logins, as well as giving all those sway hammers. Alright. More Homelander? What do you mean more Homelanders? Let's see. Yeah. Shop chat and streamer, anyone farming anything EU? Well, I don't know anybody EU right now who's farming. I'm the NA myself. Yeah. Genshin promised a Switch release at launch, not sure where that promise went. They gave up. Yeah. Let's see. I'm curious if the daily thoughts and random thought chest would include your I6 or not. What do you mean include your I6? Because wouldn't the random... Aren't there, like, no random thoughts? Isn't it? Yeah, it's just for the featured character, so... It would just be for the newest unit. Yeah. Did they address the standard banner gacha? Yeah, they didn't address that. And that is an issue that I will agree with. That they definitely need to put it on some kind of lockout system. Are the two thought chests different? Did they only announce this one? A big like, hold on, let me mute this. Oh wait, that's right, this is just the summary. So, where's the live stream? Let me just pull it up. Alright, live. Wait, no, that's not the right one. Alright, over here, there we go. After that, logging in daily will grant you second is the thoughts chest, which will directly provide a set number of thoughts. Yeah. We'll share more about the details on these updates via social media. Put it plainly, Interwoven Thought Chest has a lower price. Players willing to yeah, I don't think that there's anything about like a random chest. Yeah, back to the videos comments. Let's see. Loki thought they were adding Mance already. The trailer gave me hope. I mean, we don't know if that's gonna be a thing or not. I mean, they could be being quiet on it because it could be story related. So, fact of the matter is just that, like, we don't know. Can we assume that 4 of the 6 new characters will be added? No. No, we can't assume that. That's not happening. Like, from the very start of global launch, they announced that they'd be releasing characters once a month. Which makes sense. Yeah. Let's see. They got a lot of competition, so they need to figure something out before they get eaten by them. Oh, absolutely. And they are working on it. I mean, we saw, like, the massive amount of improvements that they were making to 1.1. Especially, like, graphically, and when it came to game stability as well. Like, that is essentially just a massive buff to their baseline. Yeah. Well, WUWA 3.0 is 25th, so they're competing with WUWA that week. Well, also the deal with, like, Wuthering Waves 3.0 is WUWA's essentially always been a game where you complete the content, like the new story and whatever event that they put out, and then you're essentially just, like, doing nothing for the rest of the patch. Meanwhile, Duet Night Events, you essentially always have something to do, and, like, let's be honest, people, you all still have stuff to do. Is it stuff you necessarily want to do at the very current moment? Maybe not. Like, maybe you're waiting for some extra updates on, like, the commissions, and that's okay. Because this is also a game where you don't have to worry too much about FOMO, because you can progress at your own pace, and the longer you wait, the more characters are going to be available to you. Yeah, DNA will have, like, Wooba tier graphics. It's massive. Do you think they'll ever release faction or even character-specific wedges? I don't think so, because that would kind of be a nightmare to keep track of on a player standpoint. Because the factions that they're tied to can, well, shift due to the story, and can also... and also aren't really a big featured thing on their profile. Will Ji Liu come in 1.1? No, she will not. She will be releasing, I believe, in 1.2. Because the order that they gave us in the live stream was, I believe, Huaxu, Keijo, and then Ji Liu. That's a feeling I get with Boo or any gacha game. I'm not sure if I should even bother starting right now, since you kind of miss a whole year of content and characters. Yep. And that is an issue that Duet Night Abyss will not have, because instead of waiting a whole year and being like, oh man, like, now I have to get all these guys. If you wait a whole year in Duet Night Abyss, you're gonna have, like, I don't know how many characters and weapons in the shot. It's gonna be an enormous amount. We've got, like, what, 10? So, like, a year from now, it would be, like, 20-something. Yeah. I play Woo and DNA with my GTX 970 GPU. Well, tell your computer I said good luck. Oh, yeah. Let's see if we got any new comments. Oh, holy crap, there's 71 now. Thank you for this. You're welcome, my buddy. Yeah. Thankfully, it does seem like the people are waking up, like the people who aren't just like coming here to complain. Yeah. Not gonna lie, Woo on phone is freaking super optimized. Oh yeah. Like, my phone is 5 years old and it still runs well. Like, last time I used it on my phone, heavy FPS drop, but now thinking like 50 full max graphics. Yep. Yeah. Oh no, people doom posting. Time to put on my cardboard cutout surprise face. Yeah. Just commented. Oh sweet. Let me see it. One of your fresh comments. I guess it hasn't shown up quite yet. Yeah. That's the FOMO thinking. If you're only thinking about what you lost and it's not worth starting at any gacha, you can distance yourself from the current meta and stuff, then it's fun. Well, let's see. Keijo looks so clean and can't wait. Yep. I can't wait for Keijo either. He was honestly the character I was looking forward to the most out of that roster. Also, don't forget the free 10 ball in your mail. Who was thankful for us? Oh, yeah. Full 10 ball. I was so surprised when we won Player's Choice. Like, that was insane. Just Rhythm Nation I6 next month? Hell yeah. I gotta say, Rhythm Nation going strong. Because honestly, when we get even more active content in this game, Rhythm's just gonna get better because she's good at both like passive and active stuff. Because you can just sit there and taser everything, but she also kind of has like the best traversal options in the game. Like this. Like, the rhythm push is crazy. But really do be out here drowning? Kinda, yeah. Please give Elbro some love soon. I don't know, should we check out Reddit? I heard some crazy shit was being posted on Reddit. But we should have won it since it looks like they listened to this player's voice. Not sure why Genshin Impact was even there. People have been asking for a skip since time immemorial. Well, I'm less so surprised that Wuthering Waves won against Genshin Impact, and more so that it won against Expedition 33. And I think Silk Song as well. Like, that's kind of nuts. Oh, Reddit 2's post can sometimes get legendary. Oh, yeah. Did you do Rhythm Attack on Titan? Oh, yep. I would pay so much for that. I bet so much I'd probably pay like 20 to 30 bucks. Single player versus multiplayer, I guess. But those are all single player games, though. I mean, I know Wuthering Waves has multiplayer, but I mean, let's be honest, it's a single player game. Let's see. Expedition 33 couldn't get everything. They practically sweep regardless. Yeah. It was insane seeing that happen. New free skin looks really cool and it's pretty. Hell yeah, dude. I cannot wait to get it. And then to, like, buy even more copies and put it on more of my characters. Because it just looks so clean. I guess live service versus a fully released game. Yeah. But Expedition 33 and Silk Song were like really big as well. With a lot of hype behind it. I mean, the general audience of games would have likely voted for those games so much more compared to, well, Wuthering Waves. It will be really interesting to see how the discourse goes. Oh, did it accidentally go to 7 instead of resetting? Alright. Look. Matt! Oh, where do you farm Constance weapon wedges? You only have white ones? Mystic Maze. You get them through the Mystic Maze exchange. Now, have I played Witcher 3? I have not played Witcher 3 yet. I'm not sure if I own it. Let's see. I mean, I'm a Genshin player and I wouldn't vote for it. They really do not take player feedback. They do bug fixes and that's about it. Yeah, but there's also, like, all the Genshin players that are, like, hella tribalistic about it. And even more that are gonna vote for it just because they want free Primo Gems. Genshin has won nearly every war except Game of the Year. Have they? Have they really? I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. The fact that we're talking about Genshin 60 years later is crazy. I mean, it's almost like it's a game that's still being developed and put out and released and has a massive fan base. I mean, we're still talking about Marvel, like the Avengers Infinity War and stuff, years after its release. At least when it's relevant. When Uma Musume won, I saw more people on Reddit celebrating Wuwa losing than actually congrats to Uma. It's crazy how hateful some people are. Oh, yeah. And then Wuthering Waves comes out with the player's choice win. It was so funny seeing that happen. You'll finally get at peace. The myth? Yup, 2 more weeks. Actually, less than 2 weeks. 11 days until you can get at peace. Wouldn't Tabitha work better than Fina in this specific AFK team? No, Fina gives the damage buff, and she gives penetration. Could Tabitha work better than Truffle? Maybe. It really just depends. But when Fuchsia comes out, like, it's gonna be even crazier. I mean, I won't ever discredit Genshin. Their lore is crazy and well written. You play for the lore. Well, I'm glad you have a good reason to play the game. Also, Bro Bloxy event. Yeah, so apparently those are just icons, not the actual Genimon themselves. Yeah. So, that is a little bit unfortunate. Yeah. Yo, I remember watching Infinity War in cinema 3 times a week, but I don't remember discussions about any of the movies released after. Yeah. That's because Marvel kind of really fell off a cliff after the Infinity War saga ended. When Fuchsia comes out, if you don't have a Fuchsia and a Fina in your team, you'll be trolling. No. Because, like, Constance weapon users aren't really going to want it. At least Constance weapon users that do their damage through their Constance weapon. Because they're not going to benefit from the skill damage boost. Evan loves it. Oh no! What? No! You're better than this. Can't wait to be free from the at peace grind. Yup. You saw a Genie hunt. Gmon hunt now. All he needs at peace. Well, I'm glad you're gonna get it soon. Will Fushu want the attack buffing wedge? The attack speed one? Hydra ones? I think Fushu would probably get her own signature. Like, I'd be a little bit weirded out if that wasn't gonna be the case. It'll just depend on how things stack up, though. Yeah, joking. Still don't be upset. I know, yeah, I'm joking. You chill, you chill. Don't even have a shiny box, and frankly, I don't care. And that's entirely valid because, like, genuinely, what are you gonna put on your shiny boxy that you can't put on your regular bro boxy? Like, Helix sleep speed? Defense? Attack percent? There's not a lot of options. When DNA new graphics hit, it'll be taken more seriously. Oh, absolutely. Like, honestly, the graphics updates and the Steam release matter so much more than people think. Spent more time, especially the mobile optimized? Yeah. Spent more time playing on mobile because I have a job. Job made me play my DNA mobile. Ooh. At piece 4 slot bog for shiny BB. Yeah. Give my epics to a non-shiny bro boxy. I thought you could give it more loot chances to fish. Oh. Did somebody tell you that was the case? I remember seeing so much misinformation about that. Alongside, like, equip Rebecca. She has fishing expertise. She'll give you better fish. 1.0 releases are always super funny because there's a bunch of stuff like that happening. I think the scenery in Duet and Abyss looks fine, but the characters can definitely use some work, not gonna lie, especially the character-centric game. Oh yeah. Which is really nice that they spent a lot more time cooking up the new characters. I would really love it if they did a passover on the 1.0 units, but that'll probably take a little bit of extra time. Alright. Well, I think I'm ready to enter the absolute cesspool that will be Reddit. Alright, how bad do you guys think the Reddit's gonna be? Like, honest question. Because it's either gonna be, like, surprisingly mild, or it's gonna be completely radioactive. So, why don't we take a look? And I'll just, like, keep the semi-AFK stuff going on. Oh wait, I didn't activate the ult. I'm silly. Red's not so bad? Oh, okay. Oh, 1 to 10, like 7.5 bad. A lot of positivity. Okay. Well, that's good at least. So, let's see. Data is going to dominate the awards, period. Alright, sorting by new. Alright, so it looks like there's a lot of discussion on the Farming Lisbon and Rhythm. This one was like a wacky one. Like, are we supposed to just continue waiting and praying the devs implement feedback? Yes. Yes, we are. Holy crap, 0 upvotes. Alright, well, it definitely looks like the Duet 9 Abyss Reddit is not getting brigaded at all. So, that is... Alright, that's nice. Yeah, okay, so the Reddit is... Alright, well... I don't know, I guess I just have some Wua PTSD for, like, how much that place got shit posted on and brigaded and stuff. Human VTuber with your shit takes. What human VTuber? We only have actual humans here. Alright, well, it is nice to know that the Reddit's going well. The comments will... They've probably calmed down a lot more on my YouTube video. Let me just see if there's any new ones. Yep. Let's see. Only need milk for Bunny since it was also rare. I also need milk for MR Black something. Okay. Well, looks like the guys probably kind of like died out, maybe. Holy moly. Well, also, with how much it was at like the very beginning, and it was like so many comments. It was actually insane. I was kind of expecting it there to be a bigger wave, especially on like platforms like the Reddit, but I don't know. It kind of like all happened at once, and then I like addressed everything, and it's like, oh crap. They're like good takes and stuff. Oh no. And then they all packed up, I guess. Yeah, loud minority and stuff. Yeah. Just don't have good coordination to even walk and jump playing on the iPhone. Maybe just too old. You're just not used to the input type. That's it. I mean, there is a learning skill gap between mouse and keyboard and controller. Learning gap between controller and touchscreen, all that stuff. Perfectly natural. Wu had fandoms that hated it, though. No reason to predict good DNA, plus the devs are doing well. Yeah. I guess that it's just kind of like my Wu, especially early Wu PTSD kicking in. It's like, oh man, was it just absolutely it's still relentless nowadays. A lot less so, but when it happens, like, oh boy. Anyone remember, like, the, what's it called, the anniversary and how badly it got brigaded back then? Like, absolute insanity. I heard that both Genshin and HSR are both in like really bad states right now. So maybe it's just like at a point where they don't really have a lot of room to mobilize. TBH, now I find Wooba Sub to be the extreme, just the other side. Removing criticisms by mods is also a side of it. I mean, are they removing, like, fair criticisms, or are they removing criticisms, like... I don't know. I hate that the MC is important like an MC would be in a game, because they're the main character. Because I definitely see that get thrown around as criticism a lot when it's just... Okay, if you want to be a cameraman, there's a game for you called the entire Hoyoverse library. Why did I put that thumbnail? Because there was a whole bunch, like a massive wave of Doom posting initially. And it was like that for like a solid few hours, and then I just like tackled all of it immediately. And it definitely seems like it's calmed down a lot since then, which is really good. Alright. Wu was always glazed? Wu was a bro, what? Alright. I found the Hoyo player, guys. I found the Genshin Impact Fed in the chat. Also, when you're trying Werewolf's Meat, I'm not sure if I want to try it. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it looks good, don't get me wrong, but I've got so many other games that I want to play. Like, Werewolf's Meat would really only be a game that I'd feel really compelled to make, like, some videos and stuff on it. But I don't really have that desire, so... it's just kind of sitting there. Feel offended? I'm sorry. I should have called him a COVID baby. Wu was terrible for the economy. I've never played it before. Saying Wu was always glazed and crazy. Go to look at the Wu winning versus Wu winning post in r/Gacha Gaming. Wu posts triple the comments for half the upvotes. Yeah. Like, absolute brain drain take right there. Oh, wait a second. Oh, man, I keep forgetting to activate my queue. Let's see. I didn't get the DNA Doom posting, not quite everything is good. Well, I don't get it either, which is why I said it's atrocious and crazy. But thankfully, it seems that it died like just as quickly as it showed up. Even though it was like really loud when it showed up initially. It's like, did the haters just not sleep? Because they were there immediately. Like, on rip. Like, they're more excited to hate on the game than they are, like, excited to go for something that they actually like. You're my favorite DNA content creator. The other one's just yap and spread misinformation. You have the criticism and amazing takes. Well, you're welcome. I'm not sure if I'm, like, autistic. I don't know. A lot of people diagnose me. I'm not sure if they're doctors or anything. But I don't think I am. I'm just awesome sauce. I've actually got an amazing meme for this. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see. It's mixed voice. I remember when I posted it was like 3 days ago. Alright, I think I scrolled too much. Or, wait, no, it was in the other VC text. Let me see. Open chat. Scroll up. Okay. I think I lost it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and send it to myself on Discord. Because I'm pretty sure I don't have it saved on my PC. It's on my phone. So, give me 1 second. I have to find this meme. Yeah, right here. Alright. Share to my alt account on Discord. Send. So now I can show it to you all. Yeah. Here's the meme. Right here. I don't have any disorders. These are just symptoms of being awesome sauce. And that's what I am. Yeah. To be fair, Wool winning over Expedition 33 and Silk Song was very unexpected. Oh yeah, it was very unexpected. I am 100% okay with it though. We will probably get some unnecessary heat from some of the wider gaming community for it, but I mean, we've been taking heat unnecessarily for way too long that I'm pretty sure like we can handle it at this point. Umusume is less of an upset. Oh yeah. I can definitely see Umusume being there. Especially because Umusume does a lot better of a job being like the mobile part of the mobile game. Like, because that's a game that's designed for mobile. Wuthering Waves is designed to be multi-platform. Is this drama itself better than being happy and doing your own stuff? Somewhat. Drama's exhausting though. Like, it can be fun for like a moment, but then it's just like, okay, can I get back to doing my thing now? Player's voice is 100% fanbook. It's not surprising knowing how rabid the Woo fan base is, and 2.8 being such a dead patch. Yeah. But it was also funny because we had like those Genshin fans on Twitter, well, I guess I should say COVID babies on Twitter, that were making like 50 alternate emails to vote for Genshin Impact like 20,000 times. They still lost. Oh no, that 13 person is back? What? No way. Aren't you that 13 person though? Bro funding memes like that finding files in 1,000 cabinets? Yeah. Hold on, let me pull up my meme folder on my PC. Like, let me click properties right here. This is what it looks like. This is my meme folder. 78.6 gigabytes, 16,000 files. Yeah, crazy stuff. I've been saving memes for like over half a decade because they're silly and funny and I like them. It is kind of funny, like, looking back on some older memes, though, see, because, like, I do still have some from back when I didn't have my sense of humor fully developed. I was like, man, I used to like this shit? This is garbage. Lets me know just how much more I've grown. I think I've got some more sanded stuff to craft now. The Goonful, I don't have one of those. Like, you can literally just use your imagination. It's just like, whoa. This is crazy. No need to spend computer space on that or internet bandwidth. Alright. Let's see. Projectiles. I got 4. It'd probably be good to craft 2 of them. And then, of course, I can craft 6 of these sharpening versions. Let's go. What are the cover commissions available right now? Let me see. Hey, it's Explo on the weapon and the wedge! Let's go, Explo wedges. Alright. Here we go. And I get the good map right off the bat. I gotta say, it is kind of crazy just, like, how quickly we... me and y'all dealt with, like, the Doomposters. Because there were a couple of people that, like, decided to battle at Jet, and then they just kind of, like, quieted up immediately. What's my homework folder? I don't have a homework folder. I don't do homework. Did the music stop? Where'd my music go? Oh, playlist ended. Alright. Let me start it up again. Play. Got Lamia. Starting out with Lamia. It's on shuffle. There we go. Playing it through YouTube Music now, so it should be more functional. Oh, will the Demon Wedge boost drop on the 23rd of December or later? I don't think we got a schedule on what dates the events will be releasing. Just like what phase, like which month they'd be releasing in. Snow's cute. Snow JP Dev is perfect. I love you, Snow, my little demon lord. I would love Snow a lot more if I didn't interact with her as much. IDK, I swear I saw the imagination. You didn't see crap, man. I showed you my meme folder, and that was the only thing they would have the opportunity to see. I know this because I'm careful. I'm a very careful person. I would love Snow if she didn't exist. How do you love something that doesn't exist, though? That seems like it'd be a little bit weird. Holy moly. You'd love some announcer backs? Me too. I hope that's one of the things that they're working on. That'd be crazy good. Oh. One thing that's gonna be crazy good is getting these Demon Wedge blueprints so I can then get myself that Phoenix Wedge leveled up. Oh yeah, no snow audio mute announcement. Oh, no secret letter? Oh, I didn't use a secret letter? Huh. Oops. Oh. Yeah, Explo, especially with rhythm, is so nice. I cannot wait to build up my rhythm even more so I can take her into more content. Just imagine Camilla or Rebecca chatting in here instead of Snow or Luna Explorer. Yes, please! So Fires, you have RAM? I do have RAM. I have 64 gigs of RAM. Which, that puts me in the elite RAM havers now. I'd love Snow if she had a longer skirt and talked less. That'd be nice. Do you need rhythm introns to do this? Yes, you need 2 of them. Intron 2 rhythm, and then you can just chillax. Max chill. How about a premium currency to increase the number of cats in the sanctuary up to 1,000 cats? It looks like I'm going broke if they add that. I would have put so many cats in there, man. I can download more RAM. Well, you gotta go to this website, and then you're gonna download this thing. It's gonna be an exe file. It's gonna put more RAM on your computer, and like, just don't worry if the fans on your computer spin up really fast while you're not using it. That's just the RAM doing its thing. Can it send you a file for the RAM? Oh yeah, you can. I need some more RAM. 64 gigs isn't enough. It's more than enough. Honestly, next time I get a payout from YouTube, I think I might go for something like a walk-on. Which, actually, now that I think about it, that's not too far off. Maybe I should just buy it sooner. Because it'd be like, what, $100 to get a walk-on? That advice gave you a wedge? Yo, holy moly. W wedge. I've actually got a couple pings, and they're from the Destiny Rising server. Let me see them. Event news. That's the Snowball event. Alright. Oh, those are some decent cosmetic. I do like that Umeko cosmetic. Oh. Yep. That's the Destiny Rising event rewards that I know. Right there. 15 exotic infusion cores. Let's go. Yeah. Rhythm's gonna join the shop after January 20th, right? Yes, she is. She'll be joining in the second half of 1.1. And I, for one, cannot wait for that. I thought you were in a dance floor or something in game. Oh, yeah. Rhythm puts on a light show. Imagine, like, what it's gonna be like if she gets skill speed as a, like, supporter or Demon Wedge, and then she just turns into, like, a Tesla coil. Just constantly zapping everything around her. Yeah. I gotta drink more water. I am kind of curious to see what, or how my rhythm would perform now in something like, bounty, like chase. Like, could I get it done faster than I can get it done on my Lin now? I'm curious, very curious. Well, I definitely have time to try that out, because I've got 30 minutes for the Demon Wedge craft before I need another blueprint. So, why don't I test that out? It's just a matter of, like, would I want to use the semi-AFK setup? Or would I want something more active? That's, like, the big kind of determining factor that I'm gonna run through. Because, like, weapon builds could definitely work really good, and I might need it for the elites. So I think that's probably what I'm going to try to go for. So X-Crez Duo with my Miji Iteki. And as for the wedges, do I want Wings and Spill? It also depends on how many morales I want. Because I want probably one more morale if I'm running like this. But I don't know. Let me see what it's like. So chase and bring my rhythm. Let me see how I can do it. From co-oping with randoms, Lin is about the same speed until rhythm gets plucked and wedges. Then rhythm just starts nuking the entire map. Ah. What's the trick to keeping rhythm sanity topped up with Q active? Oh wait, crap, I can't run with BG Techie. Well, actually, I mean, I can because I can still do this, but it's not gonna be that much better compared to... But I do kind of need this for the elites, though. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I'm kind of really missing that piercing ascent. Especially because I know I'd be able to go, like, even fast. So let me try it with piercing ascent. I guess I can't do weapon. Darn. Also, man, New Year skin looks amazing. Oh, absolutely. Real talk, I think the extreme mobility nerf you suffer from not taking a polearm is detriment to the game. Yeah, they should definitely expand the mobility options more, especially when it comes to the base mobility of it, of characters and the sort. Alright. Let's see... Chase... Yeah, let's see how fast I can pump through it. The thumbnail was not necessary. Okay, go back to, like, the original... wait, what part of the thumbnail? Like, the Doom posting part or the Fuxu part? I'm curious. Because both parts were necessary, like... If you got here late, like you missed the main event, I apologize. But trust me, it was necessary. Alright. So... Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, I should probably have the Q active, shouldn't I? Alright. Yeah, without the, katana. Oh, holy crap, that guy just, like, almost popped. Okay. Doomposters one? Okay, yeah, at the start of the stream, man, it was absolutely necessary. Like, the kind of stuff that was going on... Crazy. Oh, I just realized I got ahead of myself. Because I've been so used to running this in co-op. Alright. Oh my gosh, did I get the search done? Oh wait, I just remembered. I can do the E-spin. I completely forgot about that. I'm still weapon filled. Okay, that's kind of funny. Alright. English VF Rhythm also voiced Dungeon and Wuwa. Yeah, I did see that. Piercing Sense still pretty wonky in co-op. Yep, but they are fixing the co-op lag issues, which is really good. Alright. Let's see. If I find taking Momiji is good with relatively low investment, since you might fail to kill the elites in multiplayer. Yeah. Well, I can definitely see the Momiji being a lot more necessary in multiplayer. Solo, the health isn't going to be that high, though. How does one do the E-spin? What do you mean the... Oh, spam. E-spam. So you just, like, hold fire and you press E. And it allows you to just pump it out. Yo, 28 flow! Need another 300 letters to finish your DPS Daphne for now? Huge. We love DPS Daphne. One of the funniest things in this game. Yeah, Fuji part was necessary? Absolutely. Why Midnight Summon over Wildfire? Duration is better on her over range. I am running the range one. Or not the range one, the duration one. Like, I've checked 5 times already, like, I'm running the duration one. I'm at max electric power. So, I should save my sanity. That. Alright. Yeah, I cannot wait to get like plus 10 stuff on Rhythm because she's gonna be nuts with it. And especially for their introns as well, like Intron 6 is gonna be crazy because it literally doubles the amount of targets that she's hitting. Alright. Oh, cancel that. Alright. Dude. Yeah, hitting that is so clean. The best part is that I can, like, thread the needle right here. Oh, wound up hitting that weird. So, I should kind of just be able to, like, sit here, right? And everything just dies. Holy crap. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. And you're talking finish? Oh, like plus 10 everything? Finish? Holy moly. Let's see. Co-op enemy scaling seems a bit overtuned, but maybe they'll add more co-op focused builds, like turning off not combat out combat partner passes for co-op play. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. No, I'm out of sanity. Alright, I guess they weren't spawning fast enough for me to fill up on sanity really quickly. Alright. Man, that guy died so fast. This isn't even a built rhythm either. Like, this is plus 5 primarily on rhythm. I'm gonna go for Fina once she's added to keep trying to I6 rhythm. I'd wait for rhythm to enter into the shop before I get any more introns. I'm gonna go for first copy on everything. I don't really think it'd be that worth it to go for Fina introns because that's mostly just gonna be increasing her personal damage. I don't know. It's kind of difficult thinking about what to go for. Holy crap. Everything just pops. Like, I just sit here and the taser just takes care of it all. And when it comes to this guy, I can literally just like E. And that's it. Holy crap. Yeah, investing in rhythm is gonna be one of the best things I could ever do. If you stand on that corner by the door, you can basically hit everything just by setting it. Oh, really? Holy cow. Eee. Yeah, bro, I feel like giving us rhythm and shot might be a mistake for them because this character's gonna be better for a while. Well, it also depends on, like, what the future content of the game is gonna hold. Because, like, rhythm's gonna be hella meta for the current content of the game. But by the time that rhythm gets in the shop, that'll also be, like, right before they start adding more tile sets and commissions. I still think that she's gonna be really good when it comes to active play as well. It's just that she's not going to be nearly as oppressive because, like, passive play may not be nearly as crazy. And therefore, characters like Knifel and, Lyn are gonna have much more of a place. I wonder how Rhythm would do in mediation. I'd probably want to get higher, like, wedges before I do something like that. I should put my duration one back on for, like, the AFK build, just so that I make sure I have the most amount of stuff. But, yeah, I've got skill duration on right here. So, cover commissions. Time to get the remaining blueprints I need. Ugh. I'm betting for them to expand endgame content before the end of the next region store. Oh. I really hope they do as well. I would love to get a, like, big dungeon style mission or raid style mission with, like, big co-op and mechanical focus. Like, that would be massive to me. Hey. I got what I was looking for. Alright. Rescue. And now it's just chilling time. Which is really good because I'm operating on 2.5 hours of sleep right now. So, saving as many, like, energy faculties as I can is really nice. Chase 2? Exactly. How fast do I think I'll hit level 65 on the 23rd? It could very well be instant. Or, like, very close to instant. I'm already closing in on, like, 10k XP, and when I get the remaining smelts on my weapons and introns on the characters, I'm only gonna need about, like, 60k more, and I'm also gonna be getting a bunch of more XP from my weeklies, because I'll be getting more first copies of Prime Wedges, I'll be getting more first copies of weekly weapons. And then when the update comes out, not only am I getting a new character, I'm also getting a new weapon. I'm also getting the weekly weapons. I'm getting more shop stuff. And I'm getting more demon wedges. So, like, considering I'm probably only going to be missing about 30k, going into 1.1, it is going to be very fast. And there's also the new story, which is going to be even more XP. So, week 1. Probably. So long as I keep up the current pace that I'm going when it comes to, like, unlocking stuff and upgrading them. Alright. Now, I'm kind of curious to see what 2 characters they're going to bring out of the Covert Commissions next. Or bring into the Covert Commission shop next. Because out of the remaining cast, there's Fantasio, Hellfire, Yale, and Truffle. I could definitely see them doing something like Truffle plus Hellfire in one update and Tagio plus Yell into the next. Embla 5, Hyper Nifle. Oh yeah. Not just Nifle, Embla is strong for all Lumina. Oh yeah. It's easily one of the best stat sticks for Lumino characters in the game. Just Nifle's the DPS character we have for her right now. It's just you get an ability damage buff just by using an ability. Like, it's crazy work. I kind of wonder if I'd be able to make a DPS MC with it. MC's a little bit silly to me because they provide a bunch of weapon damage buffs, but a lot of their kit revolves around ability damage. It's just weird. Feel like they could make a dungeon drop a guaranteed random weekly blueprint on a weekly cooldown. It would help out all weekly drops feeling sparse as well. Yeah. Or it could have like its own exclusive loot pool. Like, it has its own weapons, and its own character, and its own wedges. I think that'd be pretty neat. I'll say I'm gonna spend all my weeklies on it, even though it's coming to the shop. It's that good? Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about Rhythm. Like, I am perfectly content with having bought my Rhythm, because this means I get to use Rhythm for the next month and a half. And, honestly, that's worth it to me. MC DPS is so gimped by the passive internal cooldown. Yeah. But I imagine, like, with the E's, it works a lot better. Like, just throwing those out a bunch. Even with plus 10 wedges, MC feels underwhelming? Ah, that's unfortunate. That really sucks, honestly. Well... would it be good on Lisbel? I'm not sure if it would. Yeah, I heard somewhere that it counts as a skill damage boost and not like a skill damage buff. So it's basically like Tabitha's, which means that it wouldn't buff a constant weapon damage. So yeah, it wouldn't really be good in Tabitha then. So I guess it would just be like Nifle MC and like ability Fina. MC just barely works to the plus 10. That's unfortunate. Maybe Fushu will save MC. Or plus 10 Serenity. Dude, it's gonna be so nice because I've already got like a couple of plus 7 Serenities, and being able to like basically guarantee plus 8 and plus 9 Serenity from Chase is good. Oh, and plus there's also gonna be the Demon Wedge Ascension material that we get. Like, oh man, things are about to get so much better for us. And with those materials being added into the like event rotation, it's gonna be even better to like go wide, because that way you can like use those to get some extra smelts and, you know, primarily go for first copies, because then obviously you can use the materials. Because I don't really know where I'm going with this. Whew. McQueen is fading! McQueen is fading! Sanity is the non-issue? Ah. Darn. Not being able to aim the sword slashes down means you can't use duel for the whole... Oh, you're right. Yeah, that does kind of gimp it, doesn't it? Am I gonna try to smelt 5 the halberds compared to Momiji? Oh yeah, but honestly I'd be comparing it to the Sacred Decree, because that's gonna be the stronger of the two. And I'm also, let's see, Thursday today, so it's Friday, Saturday, wait, it is Thursday today, right? Oh crap! It's okay. So it's today, tomorrow, the day after, and then I finally get Sacred Decree. That's gonna be a nice cop. It'll honestly probably bring my outsider clear times to somewhere around, I don't know, maybe sub 10 with it. Let's see. Future should help with sanity, draining characters like Veronica and Fantasio. Well, not really Veronica because Fuxu buffs skill damage. Meaning that the Constance weapons aren't going to get buffed by that. So that won't really work as well for Veronica. And I'm going to be honest, when it comes to like those two characters, if you just slot the Wings Inspo on them, and you would want to slot a Wings Inspo on Fantasio regardless because of his passive. Because Max said he's equivalent to like DPS for him. So neither of those characters are really gonna want Fuxu that crazy. I'm gonna be honest. Rhythm would definitely benefit from it a lot because she doesn't really have any like extra scaling off her kit from like Sandy and Sandy efficiency. So getting the extra regen would help her a lot more. Guessing next theater is gonna have Hydra as one of the promoted elements, considering the elements match the featured characters, and we're getting Fuxu, which is Hydra. Thoughts? Well, they don't always match the featured characters because, like, we got Umbro when it was Fina. But I can definitely see it being Hydra. Yeah. I really hope it's not Animo. Animo would be, like, kind of cringe. Wait, Constance weapons don't scale with... No, okay, so it scales with skill damage, like from a weapon or demon wedge. But when it comes to a skill damage boost, like from Tabitha, it does not scale off of that. It's weird. Trust me, I know. Ah, dude, I love this chick because I can do this. Ah. Just prime chillin'. But of course, that's not really too great for a streaming environment. That's a little bit... Alright, there we go. That's a lot better. Yeah. If it's Animo and Hydra, then it has to be based off banner characters. Well, no, because, like, Umbro was featured here in the theater, and that was not a banner character. Alright, after I get triple I2 this week, probably gonna focus everything on Psyche till I6. Sick. Wish it was Electro Hydra, Civil's collecting does. Electro Hydra would be pretty hype. I would love to take Rhythm in there. Especially making, like, proper bossing builds for her. Huge. You should totally make a video on how damage works. I have been thinking about that for a good bit, and honestly, like, leading up to 1.1, especially with, like, Fuxu coming out, that'd probably be a good idea. What do I think would be raid-worthy reward? Because the only thing I think would hold them back from making a super difficult co-op post activity. Definitely its own exclusive demon wedges, weapons, and or characters. Apart from that, good boosts to base resources and cosmetics. Especially like really rare or like challenge oriented cosmetics. Like you have to do a flawless run to get a special emblem. Gee, I wonder where I got that idea from. We only had one banner character at the point, which was Animo. Well, Are we talking about like banner in the sense of like the newest character, or banner in the sense of like the latest skin? Because if it's gonna be the skin, then we're literally gonna be like Animo Hydro for 2 months, and then it's gonna be, I don't know, Hydro Electro for another 2 months. That'd be so annoying. Yeah. Like, Animo 3 months in a row would be such a throw. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. The skill banner would make no sense, though, to go off of. Alright. For those of you who know, we need to copy more of Golden Age Destiny for real. For real, man. Dude, Triumph seals. Exclusive titles. Special emblems. Psychic mains are lucky? Yeah. The character gets to be shilled for the endgame like twice in a row. And she also gets to have like every single support she could ever want or need. And also just some of the most correct Demon Wedges available in the game. And also just having so much like damage boosts and skill damage that it's better to run an attack percent weapon, which is just frankly insane. Animo goes away, Umbro stays. I could see that happening. Umbro Hydro. Give me Lumino for next leader so I can annihilate with Nipple. Expect Lumino with Keijo, but also expect weapon focus with Keijo. Just read Fushu's in Tron 1. When Fushu or nearby teammates are applied with 9 needle therapy, they ignore the target's defense by 25% when dealing skill damage. Then she'll be S-ranked Maze Runner. Well, it depends on how much personal damage she has. But also, like, keep in mind, all that stuff is beta knowledge, which could be altered. I mean, several characters had their entire kits, or a part of their kit, just entirely reworked. Like, Lin had a entirely different passive in the beta. I think the 1.1 update is W, personally. I definitely feel like people put a lot of their expectations on when we'd be getting certain changes way too soon. Like, there's literally no way they could put out character buffs or changes or reworks within a month of release. Or 2 months of release. Not sure if she'd be good. Yeah, it really depends on how her personal damage works out. But yeah, she's a healer. She's primarily a support, it seems. But she could also deal good damage herself. Because Bina does some pretty decent damage for being a support, if you build her well. Or build her for damage specifically. Whereas honestly, the best maze characters, I don't think are going to shift from being like Nipel and Lin. Alright. I wonder how many more waves I'm gonna have to do to get this +9 in the bag. At the same time changing away from a gacha game? Yup. There's another thing that I'm not sure people are like really aware of, how recent the shift has been from like a gacha game to a non-gacha game. Because the second closed beta test for Duet and Ibis happened like I'm pretty sure it was summer of this year, like June. I'm pretty sure was the start date of it, and it lasted about a month. And then we get to the announcement that they're dropping the gacha in August. So that was an extremely recent change. Like, either happened likely before or during the second closed beta test. So it like happened within the year, which is insane. Version W update, I'd rather them wait than mess up balancing and nerf stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, because if they overbuff a character like, I don't know, Margie, and they don't do it in a satisfying way, they just like up her damage and stuff, and then you've got like Margie like shovel slapping something and dealing more damage than Lyn, I feel like that would be kind of absurd. I think it's bad for the game of the few creators that just have negative titles in videos in general. I'm way less inclined to hop on a game if people speak to the community only bitch. Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's why I don't really do negative titles on videos and streams and stuff very often. It's just that there was like that much doom posting within like the first few hours of the like stream that it was like so necessary. And thankfully, after I tackled all of them, they died out pretty quickly. Yeah. I think it's pretty dumb that we all accept balance patches take 4+ months. Well, it would be... I don't think it's that dumb because, like I said, it takes a lot of time to like figure out what the exact problems are and how to implement them the best. I mean, like, take for instance Silksong. Silksong did a lot of overcorrections when it came to its game balance in the updates. And it led to a lot of situations where like something was a bit overtuned. But then they just like over-nerf it and make it completely useless. And that's why, like, and then they like go over it a second time and like a third time, and especially when it comes to something like a live service game and a game where people are like spending this much time investing in their characters, a misplaced buff or nerf could like really mess with people. Because like, let's say you just I don't know, max out your rhythm, and they're just like, oh, oops, there's a issue, like she's doing a bit too much damage, and they like lower it, and now she's goes from like an S tier to like a D tier. Like, bro, what the heck? Or like all the characters are meant to deal damage, like, or the same level of damage that Veronica does, and that could like greatly shit to builds. Yeah. Let's see. Fuchsia's intro 6, if left in as is also nuts. During the attack speed boost effects granted by Ballistic Harmony, Fuchsia deals 240% additional hydro damage. Well, additional damage is for weapons, so that would not apply to her abilities. So, I mean, I guess if you're planning on doing like a weapon build on Fuchsia, that'd be pretty nuts. But yeah, I could definitely see that being changed. Like 240% additional damage is kind of nuts, even for an ability scaler. That's where somebody told me Margie was one of the best DPS characters in CVT. Well, apparently she was, actually. And then they're just like, oh wait, she's supposed to be a 4-star. Alright. Let's see. Another ping here. Oh, the dawning is live, okay. Alright. Seeing people get angry about the new region just because it's basically Chinese here and speculating on the story early is funny. Are people actually upset that the Chinese game is putting a Chinese region in it? I can definitely believe it happening, but like, bro. That's like complaining that Expedition 33 has French people in it. Like... Got some wild takes out nowadays, I swear. You have arrived? Huge! Average pure-blooded patriot, Lidman? Hell yeah. Interesting, so Hydra / Electro / Umbro damage, etc. are only talking about weapon damage? No, bonus damage, specifically. Or, well, wait, no. Hold on. Is it... Wait, is it bonus damage or additional damage? Okay, additional damage, specifically. Because, damage. Additional damage is a specific term in this game that only ties to when you're dealing damage with a weapon. Yeah. So that's what additional damage is. I'll only be here for a little bit, then you gotta go then. You should be back before the stream ends. Okay, well, hope you have a good time dealing with whatever you have to. Even if it may be long. No, honestly, I want to get an upgrade. I'm gonna use one hammer. Let's see. Where's my rhythm down here? Give me that +8. Hell yeah. It'd be so nice to have a +9 wedge of the midnight sun. No, I'm curious. Do I have any blueprints for purple morale? I'm gonna need blueprints for all these other ones as well to get the first copies of everything. How many cover commissions? I've got 252 clues. Okay. Alright, what are all the weapons that I have smelted? So I need 2 more Pyrothirst, 1 more of this, and 2 more of this. And, oh, did I really not get a single Wither Shade? Huh. Surprising. And 4 more of this. What are the range weapons? I need 2 more Entropics. Okay. I mean, honestly, I could max out the Entropic. I don't really care about it that much, but... I think I'll go for... Ingenious Tactics, just so I can have that done with, dealt with. Alright, completions I have 45. Let me do... Wait, 45 and I'm at a +4. What? Okay. I'll do 5 to start out with. Alright. Actually, since that explode's about to go away, I'll pick up a few more, like... I'll do... I'll get 8. Just in case. Because, like, worst case scenario, I buy, like, 2 more, and best case scenario, I get, like... Or I've wasted, like, 10 letters. Oh, wait, this is the wrong expo. Doomposting what we got. Unfortunately... Well, I mean, I shouldn't say unfortunately. Fortunately, we absolutely obliterated the crap out of the Doomposters within like 2, or like the first hour and a half of the stream. It was kind of nuts. I don't think I've seen any more. Let me just check the comments real quick. Okay, yeah. No more. They have all been... I don't know, they might be on other people's videos as well. But the ones that I was dealing with, well, I mean, you could probably just watch the start of the stream. Yeah. Honestly, I should probably, adjust the stream title, since probably not... Or, yeah, probably not dealing with that again, because they're just gone. Alright. So... Let me just edit that real quick, because I can. AFD... Yeah. No, wait. It said I'd take a break till 1.1, but getting Electro wedges is tempting. Kind of baiting them in, they flock to it. Well, I wasn't even doing rage stuff. I literally just did a live stream overview. And they were like flooding the comments of that. That's the whole reason why I made the stream title that initially, to combat them all. So essentially just like AoE kind of like taunt. Just like all come here so I can just freaking beat you. My only doom is Kenjo Jet anyway 23rd. Ooh. Did I check the official video? I didn't actually. That will probably be pretty good to do as well. So, we do have the version trail here. So, probably need the... You guys need to bring back the gotcha! Holy moly. Atrocious take right there. And unfortunately, common atrocious take. Already... So, when it came to what was on... Yeah, when it came to what was going on in my video, there were a lot of comments early on in like the first few hours. Let's see. Yeah, this one right here. This update has failed me and all my hope for the game. They didn't change anything that was broken or bad in 1.0. Just completely skipped over QOL. A, like, horrendously incorrect and bad take right there. Let's see what else. Yeah. F ton of login, play 10 seconds, collect rewards, events, 1 character per month. I don't really get, like, the 1 character per month, like, comment. Because, 1, that was already, like, established at the very start. And 2, like, what other game, especially, like, a non-gacha game, is releasing characters that often? Like, even comparing it to Wuthering Waves, which is probably going to be, like, the... like, best one-to-one comparison if we're comparing it to a gacha game. Wuthering Waves released only 8 characters between 1.0 and 2.0. And that was a 6-month period, and 2 of those characters were 4 stars. And the other part about, like, that comparison is that nobody's going to be able to get all those characters. Is like a low spender or free to play compared to Duet and Abyss, where you do get all the characters. So I'd probably wager for the majority of the people who are playing these games, you're probably going to have like a similar amount or more characters than compared to a gacha game. But yeah. And bunch of other ones as well. It's like, that's it, no improvements. Like, it was really, really bad at the start, and that's why I put up the stream like I did. But since they seem to have been beaten back, I was just about to change the stream title and stuff. Yo! Thank you for the raid, Psyches. Welcome everybody to the chat. At TBH, Warframe, TFT, and legit all play to attain characters are normally like one per 2 to 3 months. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's actually insane to me to complain about that. Like, only getting one per month. Yeah. The game will be saved if they add jiggles and rhythms as the only way we can compete with ZZZ. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think ZZZ is that big of a dog to combat with or compete with. Yeah. So let me just adjust the title since I am playing on streaming for a bit longer. So 1.1 is or looks amazing. Because absolutely obliterated some Doomposters in the first part of the stream. Right. Alright. Title's been edited on YouTube and edited on Twitch as well. And I will just have to do some thumbnail stuff. Yeah. Everything about 1.1 was good. New graphics designs look woo based. Oh, hell yeah. Isaacs and Kejo in February is my only endgame now. And you're going to have a much better time with that now because we're getting that character shard bundle. So that's basically another Intron for a very treat. So that's going to be Intron 3 at the end of the month if you don't buy anything more beyond that. And then it'll just take like 3 more weeks to get Intron 6. So that's going to be huge. Alright. Well, I didn't wind up getting the blueprint. Even Gacha Games doesn't release one character per month. Yeah. Like, the only Gacha games that are able to keep up with, like, a constant release schedule like that are ones that have, like, very, and I do mean very low development cost per character. And that's, like, PNG gachas and, like, Musume Pretty Derby. I think we'll eventually get a new character in Maze, like Lizbel for Mystic Maze Season 1, so Season 2 will add new character whenever that launches. Yeah, or, like, different game modes as well. You can see that. Doomposters is like, I cannot change the color of the cat. What do you do the whole month? EOS now? Yeah, basically. Completely unreasonable stuff. Use 1k of my clues to get weapons you're still missing. Yeah, I have all the weapons, and I've been working on getting all... Well, I don't have all of the weapons. I'm missing some of the weekly ones, but I've got all the shop weapons. Defense sucks, but I can do defense for a couple of letter openings. People who don't even play the game always find something to complain about. They don't play games, they just complain. Yeah. It's still so silly to me seeing the people just like, hey, about that gacha stuff, like, can we like get that back in here? What do you mean? I don't have a problem. I did call that Lizbel shop yesterday. I think it was easy. I mean, I wouldn't really say it was like an easy thing. Like, Lizbel wasn't a part of either of the betas, so she could definitely be seen as a much more recent character. Musume has infinite funding. Well, yeah, but also, like, the cost to develop a character is, what, like, their idle animations, their story, and their career? And that's basically it, because everything else is reused. Because it's not like you have to make a whole moveset for them. You add like their passive, and that's it. And their like ult animation is the same as their gotcha animation, isn't it? So that's even more cost saved. Alright. Let's see. Alright, let me get the let me get the thumbnail adjusted. Alright. Alright. Oh, hello, Epic Games. I do not care that you have free games. I only use you for Fortnite. I need to figure out a way to turn off the ads that it gives me. To be F though, I thought we would have gotten 2 shop characters because Lisbeth was amazing in weekly. Well, the Lisbeth Maze stuff, that was listed as a permanent event. It kind of wouldn't really make sense to have a permanent event go away after like the first 2 weeks or 2 months. I feel like a good bit of design work goes into Musume, then people give it credit. Well, I'm talking about like just like the straight up, what's it called? Like in-game development of it. Because like when it comes to like design, personality, writing and stuff, that obviously takes time and effort. But it's not like they have to craft a whole new moveset for them and other crazy stuff like that that a lot of other games go into. Jeez. This map really freaking sucks. Alright. What should I adjust the thumbnail text to be? Maybe like version 1.1 or new update hype. Because that's kind of what all we're discussing right now. So yeah, new update hype. It was a little bit low effort, but I mean like it's a live stream thumbnail. It doesn't have to go like crazy. Alright, oh wait. I'm done with the defense already. Man, I didn't get the blueprint again? Alright, give me 1 second, chat. I'm almost done with the adjustment. Alright. Just like... export. Man, YouTube live stream editing takes so much more effort than other platforms. Alright. Let's see... Alright, there we go. Change the thumbnail. Dot. Boom. Save. Perfect. Alright, well, thank you for being with that. Let me get back to chat. Alright. I played Nikki and they release new characters every 2 weeks, got tired and quit. Yeah, but Nikki's a PNG gacha as well, right? So that kind of fits into it, what I was talking about. So I guess I'll need to get like another 2 letters. Because I'm at like 10 completions now, aren't I? Okay. Alright, hopefully I got a better defense map than the one I just had. Well, they saw the slot machine in live and started wedge maxing. Really gotta love it. Yeah. Dude. It's actually crazy just how many like times I've seen somebody just be like, hey, can we bring back the gacha? For doing that abyss. See, glad they said what weapons are coming in shops so they don't waste your weeklies. Yeah, that's really huge. Question is, who's the new, I assume, Animo girl coming? I believe she wasn't in the beta. It was like a... I forget her name. I'm a little bit tired right now. I'm very happy with the update, especially Huaxu. Yeah, dude. They look so good. It's a really huge question to... Or job to smelt all the weapons. 1 week for me, 16 hours a day. Yep. See you. Yeah, heard. Oh, sweet. I got it. Thank you. Well, that is the last ingenious tank fix that I need, and I actually got, like, really lucky in the blueprints. I did it in, what, like, less than 50 completions? Or slightly? Or Suyi? Suyi. Okay, that sounds more right. Okay. Let's see. I'm broke! Okay. Hold on, chat. I gotta break my account real quick. Let me just sell some of this stuff because I got way too much. Oh no, I'm still can't believe all the people in my comments who said that selling your mats would freaking break your account. Looks like I gotta do a few missing maze runs to get my money back. No, don't break your account, no! It's too late! I'm impatient. I'll simply continue spending your weeklies on Rhythm because it's still several weeks until she's in the shop. She is so worth it, man. Both in the concept art and small snippet description they gave her, I assume she'll summon drones? Yeah. And I think there were some other things that we saw that pointed to that as well. I don't remember where though. I watch recaps. Any talk on secret letter farming in the dev stream? No. But since level 65 will be achievable, and supposedly level 65 like doubles your secret letter clue gain, that'll be a lot easier. Also, 100k of his 1.4 million man's account bricked. Yup. It's over for me. Absolutely over. I will never recover from this. Oh wait. I'm going into it with outsider equip. Let me get my Lin back on. Oh well, might as well stop some gunning broke. Yeah. I could honestly sell so much more and like just be completely fine on gold, but I kind of like doing Mystic Maze, so it gives me an excuse to do it. An excuse that's more than just pre-farming for the next update, which I honestly should do as well. Though it's not like there's gonna be a crazy amount of stuff to farm in addition to what I already have. Also, did I just equip Excrez Duo instead of the Buzzsaw? Here we go. Alright. Mystic Maze. Probably do like another 3 runs. Never financially recovered this Tiger King. Yeah. Question, which weapon do you recommend in Nocturnal Echoes? I mean, it depends on the characters that you have, but my honest answer is all of them. Get the first copy of all of them so you can then get all the XP, but if you don't have them, then like don't get the Submerged Serenade and the Ambla, because those will be coming to the shop immediately next update. IRC goes from 0.65 to like a 1.4 drop. Yeah, it's huge if like the numbers that we were shown there are accurate. And that's one of the reasons why I want to go for rank 6, or I'm going for trial rank right now instead of like going for massive smelts, because I could get my wedge smelts so much quicker if it's not, or if I do get that like big boost in 1.1, and it's like so close that like I really should push for it. So glad I said no to Embla farming. Everyone in the official had me about getting Embla when I said it, wait. Yeah. I wonder how the people who got, like, their maxed out Embla are feeling right now. I mean, I know that some of them are gonna be like, oh yeah, so worth it. But I know there's gonna be others that are like, oh. But I'm cool with it. I already, like, accepted my fate when I saw Tabitha was the first character. You have all the characters in the shop in Intron 6. Huge. I still need to get 2 more. Like, 11 Introns total. So, it's not a crazy amount. Bro, you got, Tab the week before she came to the shop. Ooh. Yeah. Like, basically same deal here. I think it was like 2 weeks, but it was before, like, right before the announcement, essentially. It sucked to be us that day. Could have got Fantasio and been done that week. Yeah, same deal here. I'd be ahead of like a whole extra weekly or set of weekly claims if I didn't get Tabitha. Alright, let's get these fifth toys blown up. The one I'm hoping for from the story is a real villain, so we can set up a Taken King level raid boss. Oh yeah. Dude, that would be huge. Especially if it's like a big set piece boss like Oryx was in the raid. Just taking up the entire arena and you have to like maneuver around it using our mobility to deal damage and do the mechanics. Glad they'll be announcing the rotation at least in future live streams. Yep, it's gonna be super nice. That way we can plan ahead a lot better. But honestly, like 2 more updates from now, so long as you've been like playing since launch, it's gonna matter significantly less because we are kind of gonna know like who's going and who's staying because we already know the release cadence of the characters. Gotta update my spreadsheet when I home to remind me what weapons not farmed. Yeah. I'm planning on putting together a whole 1.1 pre-farming guide. Or prep guide in general. That's probably what I'm gonna start doing with the rest of my day, at least after I, like, take a nap or something. Oh, what's going on with my throat? I'm not getting sick, am I? That really does not feel good. I should probably get some tea soon. I should probably cut back in the U and the B, though. Alright. Can't wait to farm Fita I6. Well, you're gonna have to wait, I think, another 6 months to do so? Actually, 7. Yeah, 7 months to farm Fita I6. But she'll definitely be worth it when you do get your hands on her. No, will she not rotate? No, she will. Oh, wait. Yeah, she will rotate into the weekly bosses. I thought you were talking about, like, having her as a shop unit. Apologies. He said the thing? Oh, what thing? I'm a little bit lost. What thing? Alright. Get her almost. Oh crap. Well, that's a bit more than almost. It's probably not enough time and. Okay. Oh, and I'm out of sanity as well. Okay. The numbers that I said. Oh, that. Yeah. Okay, those numbers. To make co-op even cooler, if you actually had to clear ads while dealing with a mechanic in a boss fight, you definitely need stronger base enemies. Oh yeah, 100%. And we could start seeing some like stronger base enemies in Huaxu, because if they would have any reason to add like new commissions and new tile sets, it would be for like more difficult enemies that would be releasing with the region. Oh, this is what happens when I don't get to stack enough damage. Like, what's my current lamp looks? Oh. Alright, my game froze a little bit. Yeah, what's my current lamp look? Yeah, melee attack, multi-shot. Okay, that's the only two there. And it's literally just these two and the rest are kind of... Alright. Alright, let me get my Pyru Tail. Alright. Yeah, do your thing. Do your stupid, ridiculous... stuff. Alright. Should have enough. Alright. Not enough yet. Not enough sanity regen, not enough damage dealt bonuses. There we go. Took way too long, but that happens occasionally. You said the less fun 69? Yeah, I know. Like, was that only 7,100? Holy moly. I know it's co-op, but I hope those wolves in the cutscene are a map teaser. Oh, I hope so too. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we even need maps in the game. It's just fun to have stuff. Especially because you're like, hey, can I pet that dog? When you're in like co-op areas and stuff. It's really fun. Warframe is an endless one that's just killing enemies and a boss spawns every 47 minutes. Something like that would be cool. Yeah. Need no. What? F yet? Yup, exactly. Alright. There's another midnight sun. Hello, I'm throwing 57 and can't go beyond Immortal Repertoire Act 2. Am I 2 behind? What should I do? I have no i6 characters. Well, what character are you using right now for theater? Because there's some characters that are going to be really good for theater and some characters less so. At least in the current rotation. So, air me your woes, Sonic Boom. I shall assist. Lin? Okay, yeah, that's your problem. You're using Lin in a theater that's not Pyro. So, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use Psyche, if you have her, especially I2. Or you're going to want to use Lady Knifel. Outside of that, other characters that would be good as well is Fantasio and Outsider if you have good builds on them. But the easiest characters to get online for the theater are going to be Psyche and Knifel. Yeah. I was about to say Lin, I'd get it a guide video moment. Yeah. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing Lin until later. I think Camilla uses Pyro, right? Like, we saw her use some, like, fire stuff in the story, right? I don't know. I could be remembering wrong. But yeah, it's Umbro and Animo in the theater right now, so you're going to want to choose your character from the selection there, and since you are trial rank 57, I'd say Knifel and Psyche are going to be your best bets. Maybe they'll give 10 out of 5 weekly boss tries at the start of 1.1 as a Christmas present. That'd be lovely. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, man. And you're also in luck because I have full Lady Knifel and Psyche guides on my channel. So just, like, open up one of those, follow them along as best you can, and you should be good. Huh, what element fits her exactly? I don't know. She could be Umbro as well. I could definitely see her being Umbro. She kind of has like a dark vibe. If I had to bet, it'd probably be like Pyro or Umbro. But, you know, for all I know, they could do something crazy and just make her, I don't know, Electro. Just because they can. The third Electro unit in the 3.0 cycle. Or not 3.0. In the Huaxu cycle. Why Nightfall? Because she deals Umbro damage. It's very simple. Just because the game is at their seat. Yeah. Let's see. I feel Umbro could be good. Umbro Civil. Umbro Civil sense. Oof. Yeah. I actually did have a certain idea about Civil, like a way to use her, but I just have to actually read her skill. Alright, summon an enhanced chaotic thunder orb. The interval for enhanced chaos thunder orb or trigger devastating storm is reduced to 2 seconds, and its link damage is increased. Alright, inherits a percentage of Civil's max HP, has 0 defense, and is treated as an enemy unit. Calls forth a devastating storm every 3 seconds. Upon summoning, links the 5 furthest enemies in range, making 1 additional enemy per second, up to 10 in total. Deals electro damage to all limited targets once per second. Alright, a percentage is transferred to the linked enemies when it takes damage. Okay, so... And... damage take transfer is limited to 10%. Okay. And does that improve with introns at all? When taking damage, or the damage taken transfer is increased by 2%. So does this mean like the more hits of damage it takes, the more damage transfer it does? Because that's pretty interesting. That'll definitely have to be something that I test out. Alright. Can teammates trigger her orb? I'm pretty sure they do. Because it says when it takes damage, right? Yeah, when it takes damage, not when Sybil damages it. Okay. There's a chance to trigger bonus effect based on Sybil's melee trigger. Oh, really? Huh. Let's see. When the damage dealt triggers bonus effect, Sybil gains certain point arts of Might of Thunder. Can be empowered by consuming Might of Thunder points. Okay. So what's the enhanced? Enhanced link damage? Okay. So that's just something that'll improve and her kit actually like stacks it up more. Alright. Need it. Another Animo because we need to touch grass. Animo isn't even grass, it's wind. Let's see. Alright. Look. Should do some more maze. Man, music is like really carrying me right now. I really hope I'm not about to get sick, because that would really suck. But it also might just be like my body catching up with me, because again, like the 2.5 hours of sleep. So my body just might be high-key going like, okay, buddy, we had a good run. All right, let's die now. And I'm like, oh no. Earth element is bound. Dude, adding another element to this game would be kind of wacky. Normal element wood. Please, no physical element. It's such a meme. Ugh. Let's see. Furious Merchant. I want to see the artifacts. Ugh. 2 steals? Oh, come on. Null element. The void element. Alright. Observe quietly. Obtain a random blue or purple tier artifact. I'll get the artifact. Okay, well, I guess it's 300 embers later on. So I basically got the same amount just later. Okay, that's wacky. Alright, give me embers. Thank you. And that should be a hefty amount to hopefully get a good purchase. Really? Okay, I guess I'll get that. That'll help me with any sanity issues I could potentially have. Neither one of those I want. Alright. 2 hours sounds plenty to me. Maybe for like the amount of time that I was up initially, but now that I've been up for like, I don't know, I've been up since like 3:30, so holy cow. This is like enemy. I've been up for like 9 hours? No, 10. Yeah, I've been up for 10 hours already. Holy moly. They'll summon booze and then throw booze on mobs to reduce pyro resistance. Wait, could be funny. Does write that down. They do listen. They do, in fact, listen. So, send that into them as your, like, super cool idea. Ah. Bye. Let's see, skill damage. Here we go. Alright. She could be the mommy of the oil child. The oil child? Who's the oil child? Committing war crimes. Wait, are we talking about Oliver? Like Yale and Oliver? Alright. Give me embers. Right. Alright, artifact. This one. This one. Lampwick. Sanity. Oil child. Okay, oil child is wild. Throwing booze at teammates. A lower sanity cost and takes damage temporarily. Yeah. Honestly, there's so many fun things that they can do with this game. And future character releases. Holy moly. And I'm all for it. Alright. But, let's see. Red Gloves is 177,000. Golly. Man, you've been stocking up. I should get my globules up to that amount, personally. Great. Are there even 5 stages left? Am I just gonna get my damage dealt reduced by 26% permanently for the rest of the round? Would be cool to have a minion based character which summons an army to fight? Definitely. Summoners are always pretty interesting in games. When on game modes like mobs have 10x HP, 10x attack, and consume no sanity. Oh, yeah, that would be pretty nuts. Whoa. Whoa. Boy. Oh, sick. Okay, Penitence Knight. Huge. Alright, hopefully I have enough damage. Boom. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, just doing her melee attack chain. Come on. Have enough damage, have enough damage, have enough damage, have enough damage. Crap. I think I've got like one more attack chain after this. Sweet, alright. Put Jinwoo in the game as an Umbro character. That would probably be pretty expensive for them to get the rights to. Should I farm for Demon Wedge or wait for update? I'd say it'd probably be better for you to wait on the Demon Wedges and go ahead and farm other stuff for like your trial rank XP. I'd say trial rank XP is gonna be the much better thing, so go for like Smelt and character introns. Get it as high as you possibly can, and then Demon Wedges. Not only are you going to have a good chance of getting trial rank 65, which will help you a lot there, but you're going to have that double drop event, which will give you a massive boost. Not Jinwoo. Oh, Winju. There we go. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's see. Sell these. Another 150. Perfect. And I think, honestly, I probably... Oh my gosh. I'm probably going to have to go ahead and cut the stream here. Because I feel like I'm deteriorating very rapidly in terms of like how awake I am and how much my brain is working. Caught Mystic Maze style game mode would go hard, where it's basically be PvZ. Ooh, yeah, absolutely. But I will have to say massive thank you to everybody who tuned into the stream, both on Twitch and YouTube. It was huge having y'all join up, and it was a wonderful time chatting with y'all. And I'm glad we were able to deal with what was going on at the start very quickly and get to a bit more of like a chill situation. But the pillows are calling my name, and I must answer, or else bad things will happen. Massive Wedge Magic watch party? Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to get myself some rest, especially because I should probably work to put out another video for tomorrow morning. But again, don't sleep for 3 days, I die. But yeah, massive thank you to everybody who tuned in, and you know, I'll be streaming again tomorrow, so be sure to tune in for that. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always,